Hello, my name is Ruth Carter, and I'm the owner of Carter Law Firm in Phoenix. And I want to tell you about the best thing I did in law school. And it's going to sound weird, but whatever. The best thing I did during my law school career had nothing to do with law school or classes or even other lawyers. It was the fact that I participated in the inaugural No Pants Light Rail ride. It was a flash mob. 90 of us rode the light rail in Phoenix in our underwear, from our waist down, underwear and shoes from the waist up, totally normal. And I know that sounds weird, and it wasn't the fact that I was scantily clad in public. But the reason why that was the best thing I did in law school, it was because that's the event where I met the people who started me on the path that has been an integral part of my career. I met the people that got me way more involved in social media, involved in blogging, on Twitter, in community event planning. All these things that I love to do and are such a huge part of my life now started that day. And what really started it all off wasn't just the fact that I was there, but when I boarded the train that day, I purposely chose to stand next to the guy who was organizing the event. I could have stood off by myself and just, ooh, did a fun thing, but no. I decided if this guy is organizing this event, he's got to be cool. Therefore, I must meet him. Best way to do that, stand right next to him. Apparently, he was happy to have this tiny little law student thing in stripy underpants next to him. Apparently, there's some tweets about that out there. That's beside the point. The point is, there was somebody I wanted to meet and I made it happen. And that's really what I want you to take away from this, is that if there's something you want, go after it. If you want to start a blog, go do it. If there's a publication you want to be in, contact the editor. If there's an event you want to speak at, apply. Even if you feel like you are, not qualified, or other people are more qualified, or whatever, let go of that. Case in point, South by Southwest, huge conference. When I applied, there were 450 speaker slots and over 4,400 applications. So chances of being selected was right around 1%. And we had to have a written part of our application and also a video. And let me tell you, I had one of the worst videos ever made. I shot it in the middle of the night. The only light in the room was the light coming up off of my screen. So I looked like a really bad horror film narrator. The quality was awful, but the content was good. And thankfully the committee saw through that. And guess what? I was selected to speak at this conference. I made the cut. That blew me away. I was, didn't expect it, but if you don't try, you don't get. If there's somebody, that you want to meet, either figure out if they are local or going to be in your area, figure out if there's a way that you can meet face to face with them. Otherwise, look for other ways to connect with them, whether, online, via email, whatever. The opportunities that, come in your life are usually the ones that you make for yourself. So, it's important to keep showing up for your life, but it's also about making things happen. So, be bold, be respectful, because, there may be some big fish or big fish in small ponds that you want to meet, and they might be busy, and they might be, you might reach out and want to connect, and their response might be, I'm sorry, I'm too busy, or my schedule doesn't allow it, or they may just ignore you. But if you don't try, you don't get. So, if that's one thing I hope that you take away from this video, is that sometimes the best opportunities are the ones that you create for yourself. So don't be afraid to try. I like to ask myself when I'm frightened in a situation, a year from now, what do I want to say? How do I want to look back on this situation and be able to say, that I tried or that I wanted something? So that's all I got on this topic. I hope it's been helpful, and I will catch up with you later. Take care. Be bold.